Welcome back, America. Final segment of the first Heritage Hour on the Hugh Hewitt Show. A new sponsor of the show, Tommy Binion, knows what Heritage does. He's the VP of Government Relations at the Heritage Foundation. Hi, Tommy. Welcome.
Good morning. It's an honor to be with you.
Well, that's an easy honor then. Tommy, I want to play Mark Meadows. Kay James just mentioned you had recently given Mandate 2020 to the Chief of Staff. Mark Meadows had this to say about the Heritage Foundation.
Sir, I have a present for you, and a gift for the president as well. These are hot off the press because we're optimistic about the future, and we're optimistic that you're going to be working on an agenda that is beyond COVID. We've put down our thoughts on what a conservative agenda would look like during the next term of a presidency. One copy is for you, and one copy is for the president. The first two copies of the 2020 mandate.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Tommy. Thank you, and thank Ms. James and all the folks at Heritage, not only for the wonderful gift. I will hand deliver it to the President of the United States. But perhaps the 2020 mandate can be a blueprint for what happens in a second Donald J. Trump term.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Tommy.
That's all you wanted to hear, Tommy Binion, isn't it?
Well, that's absolutely right. We wrote the mandate 2020 so that anybody who is the president going forward can use this as a roadmap. As Mrs. James was saying, the president of the United States is the primary audience for this book, and therefore he gets the ceremonial first copy, and to have his chief of staff say that they're going to use it like that is really gratifying.
Now, Mark Meadows is a conservative's conservative. I know Mark, and I know he will read it, and I know he will actually highlight it and bend the pages down and find his favorite pages. Are you confident about the rest of the administration being as conservative as Mark Meadows?
Well, they all work for him. He is the boss now. He read it before we published it. Of course, we asked him to lend his name to the back of the book, and so he's already been through it once. I am confident about the rest of the administration. One of the things that Donald Trump has done well throughout his presidency is hire great people. That was one of his campaign promises. That was one of the things he did well in business, was hire great people. And so they have stocked this administration with conservatives, with experts, and most importantly, with patriots, people who love the United States of America, and all of them are working sacrificially for a better future. And so the point of the mandate is to help them do that.
Now, Tommy Binion, Robert O'Brien, National Security Advisor, my old law partner, very dear friend. Mike Pompeo has been a friend for a decade. My son works at EPA. The federal government is vast. I know conservatives throughout it, but I don't know how malleable the permanent government, I don't use the term deep state, but the permanent government likes to do things the permanent government's way. Over the years, how have the various mandates operated at that level? The GS-13 level, let me call it that, where you get into a career government person who really likes to do things the way they've always done it. Does the mandate reach that level?
It does, and it does in this sense. The mandate is making recommendations for new policies to be implemented. So in any given agency, we might say, hey, this regulation needs to be repealed, or we need a regulation that does this. It'll be, as you know, the political appointees that start that effort, but the backbone of that effort will be done by the career staff members, as you pointed out. One of the great skills of governing, one of the things that it's very important for any administration to do, is to learn how to work with the GS-13s, the GS-12s, the GS-11s, so that they can be part of implementing the agenda. You can't do it alone. But also, it shouldn't be the case that the career staff can stand in the way of an administration. In this country, the people in charge are elected, and so the administration has to find a way to work with them and not let them run the show.
This is, by the way, the great value of Mandate 2020, and a free chapter is available if you go to hughforheritage.com. Hughforheritage.com, you'll get a chapter on China. The great value is career staff who want to do their jobs and are given direction to read the appropriate chapter in Mandate 2020 will know what we're talking about.
Yeah. We've actually made it even easier than that. There's an index in the back that is broken down by agency and then by position. And so if you are within an agency, you can flip just to that agency's index and see exactly which recommendations pertain to you.
It's a comprehensive blueprint. Tommy, how long does it take to do Mandate 2020?
It takes about a year to put it together. You want it to be timely. Of course, there's lots of work that gets done in any administration, and so you don't want to be repetitive. You don't want to be duplicative. You want to be forward-looking, and you've got to get it out in time for the work that's going to go on in 2021 and 2022. That starts now, and so the mandate has to come now to plant those seeds for the future work of the administration.
Go and get your first chapter of Mandate 2020 by going to HughForHeritage.com, HughForHeritage.com. Tommy, thank you for joining me.